We want to do what we do.
What we do. What we do. What we do. What we do. What we do. That's what we do. What we do. What we do. What we do. It's what we do. What we do. It's why we do what we do. 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 What we do.
What we do.
What we do. What we do. What we do. What we do. What we do. What we do.
What we do. We do what we do and what we do.
Of what we do. What we do. What we do. What we do. Of what we do.
What we do. Why we do what we do. That's why we do what we do.
Yo, welcome to another episode of MandiMania, and I guess I have some apologies, not even apologies, but let's just get into it. Wrestlemania happened, and yeah, I was wrong about some things, alright? Not everything, relax, calm down, but it's enough to, where I had to sit back and be like, okay, what are we actually doing here? Because going into the show, right, I said I didn't fully trust what I was about to watch, and somehow I was right about that feeling, even if I wasn't right about every single result. So let's start with the main event, really. Probably the only things that are worth mentioning here. But CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I picked CM Punk. I said it makes sense that he's gonna win. He's there more. The title's gonna feel more alive when the champion is there. But, I was wrong. Roman Reigns won. And look, I get it. The match itself was spectacular. It was actually a really good match. I enjoyed it. It was a good story. The result was spoiled for me. I opened IG and boom, there it was. Triple H, this stupid pointing pose with Roman Reigns draped with the World Heavyweight Championship around his waist, and I was like, fuck. Well, if you guys don't know, I'm from South Africa.
Well, we'll see what happens, but the South African situation is very, very dangerous and very bad for a lot of...
Right, so the different time zone thingy, I was not going to lose sleep over WrestleMania, especially not WrestleMania 42. In 2026, losing sleep over WWE is crazy, but that means that I will have to not be on social media until I get to watch the shows. And I did the stupid thing of opening IG, and there it was. But the match was good. I rewatched it, and I had a feeling that if I didn't get spoiled the results prior to that, I really thoroughly would have enjoyed it. Even though I knew who was gonna win, the guys took us on a really good journey throughout the match. The spots were good, everything was fine, no outside interference, spectacular. Which I think this might be the first WrestleMania main event in a long time without outside interference, without 50,000 freaking Samoans rushing into the ring. But yeah, a few questions now that Roman is champion. Are we back to having a part-time champion? I don't think so, because immediately on the Raw after WrestleMania, Roman was there, brought back the bloodline, and we now know that Jacob Fatu is going to face Roman Reigns at Backlash for the WWE Championship. Now, I don't know, are they going to continue the story? Are they trying to bring back the bloodline? Because right now, the bloodline feels like they're just reheating nachos. It feels like they're reheating last night's supper, reheating McDonald's fries. It's not gonna be the same. But let's just let them cook. Alright? But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, Roman Reigns, he earned it for sure. But as a fan, it does create a bit of a distance. I'm still unsure if are we gonna have a part-time champion or not. But yeah. Story itself, great. That part worked. The outcome, we'll have to wait and see if that reinforces the same, cycle. And then we had night 2's main event, which is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Now, listen, bro. Last time in my last video, I said, even though the storyline is bogus, these are two professionals. They know what they are doing, and we are going to get a stellar match. And this one, the prediction, I said Cody was going to win. I got it right. Cody won. But that's not even the interesting part. The match had... the match. He had good ideas. The psychology was there. Cody felt more aggressive. Almost like they were teasing something. I was like, oh shit, are they teasing a double turn here? Because the way that they're structuring this match, it seems like we're gonna get a double turn. Cody Rhodes is being aggressive. He's dominant. He even busted Cody. Oh shit! He even made Randy bleed. Let me not say he busted it open. Oh my days! But he did bust. He did bust him open. Yeah, Cody felt more aggressive, and I really thought there was gonna be a double turn, but he wins. All right, he wins. Randy snaps after he hits the punt, and now it's just like, okay, so what was the middle section really building to? And then you've got the celebrity shit with Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee. It just took up so much time. I think they had like a 10-minute segment, and it just made the whole thing feel a bit unfocused. Also, the match felt like I think it had a runtime of over 40 minutes. Meanwhile, the other matches couldn't even get time to breathe. I'll get back to that later on. But Jesus Christ, the balance felt off. But shout out to me for getting the result right. Is it due to predictability? Me just thinking Cody Rhodes absolutely rules, and I'll just glaze him to infinity. I don't know, but yeah, the balance felt off. But now the third match that I want to talk about is what I consider the best match of the whole event. Seth Rollins versus Gunther, baby. Yes, go. When that match started, it felt like, okay, the kids have had their fun. Now it's time for the adults to enjoy the show. And freaking hell, from bell to bell. Well, some moments between bells. But for the most part, bro, the match was really good. I said the story didn't matter here, and I was absolutely right. Because since the match started, delivered, bro. It delivered. Gunther winning makes sense. We had so many crazy spots in that match. Yo, it felt magnifique. Maybe you know how I always say this to like my friends and stuff like this. I always say that like hunger has this thing of intensifying taste, like modify. An immediate booster. So anything that when you're hungry, the first meal that you eat is definitely going to taste great. Similarly, if you are having a dry spell, the first girl that you meet is automatically fine shit. If you smell what I'm cooking, could that be the case? I don't know. I refuse to disrespect these two wrestlers. I feel like they're on the caliber that they are on. Like, you can put them in a ring with no storytelling, with no build, and they'll just tear the roof off the place. And you know what? I was proven right. Gunther winning makes sense. He needed that. I said he needs to feel inevitable. My one fault with that match was the Braun Breaker interference. Dun, dun, dun. Of course we were going to have an interference. Of course we are. I would have loved if Gunther won that match clean. I would have loved, even if he lost that match and he lost it clean. I didn't want any interference. I just wanted these two men. Oh my days. Phrasing. Jeez Louise. I just wanted Gunther and Seth to go ahead and just have this fight. But you know what? I was entertained, thoroughly entertained. That superplex, Falcon Arrow spot, everything leading up to that sequence. Chef's kiss. I wish I could show you guys this, but I don't want to get nerfed. I don't want to get copyright striked. Alright, I don't want TKO knocking down my door and freaking waterboarding me. I don't need that, right? But Gunther, he needed that W. He needed to feel inevitable. He needed to feel like a problem again. And now I think he does. Well, he wasn't on the first Raw after Mania. Well, he was, but what was he doing? It was inconsequential. It was just like 10 seconds of screen time. But yeah, that's all I'm really going to talk about it, right? Quick hits right now. Quick run through. Liv Morgan, she won. I said she'd lose. That's on me. The match itself, I might talk about that. AJ Lee, she lost. I also missed on that. The match was pretty good, actually. The ladder match, chaos, exactly what it needed to be. Penta retained, just like I said he would. So yeah, not everything needs to be deep. Sometimes wrestling just needs to be fun and exciting. And it was exactly that. That ladder match, exciting. Femi versus Brock Lesnar. Now this is this was where I was right. I was correct for all the right reasons. Big, meaty men slapping meat, alright? They were beating each other up, body to body, just slamming against each other. And you know what? Aura versus Aura, I don't mind. It was what it needed to be. It was simple, it was violent, and it was clear. And Obafemi won, which I predicted. Not only did I predict it, I needed it to happen. I wanted it to happen. I was actually fiending for it to happen. And you know what? I prayed for it, and it happened. Shout out to Drew McIntyre. Oh my days. Drew McIntyre lost his match too, but yeah, Brock Lesnar retired after the match, apparently, seemingly. Obafemi destroyed him, dominated him so much that he just decided it was time to call it quits. Now, it might have been an impromptu moment, but also I think that they might be working us. I don't know. But if that's the last time we see of Brock, I'm fine with that. I won't lose sleep over that. Yes, thank you. Move on. Bye bye. See you never. But yeah, so what actually mattered at WrestleMania? Because I think that's something that we need to get to the bottom of right now. It's not really just about who won or lost, right? But what do these wins or losses mean? What does it change in the industry? Roman Reigns is back on top. Gunther feels dangerous again, and we have new champions shaking things up, and a lot of decisions that I guess made sense, that were safe choice, but you know, they don't always hit the way you expect them to. And you know what, bro? This is WWE. You're not gonna, if you're watching WWE because you want to enjoy it and have a good time, well, you are not in luck. That is not what we watch WWE for. Change the channel. Go watch a movie or something, alright? We are here to hate watch only, alright? But my final thoughts, after watching both nights, I think I can say this clearly without fear of contradiction. Also, I say everything without fear of contradiction because I am the biggest hypocrites of all time. So, but yeah, what I can say clearly is that night one, this might be the absolute most bogus, weakest WrestleMania nights in a long time. It just did not feel like WrestleMania. In fact, it felt like a long ass pre-show. It felt like a long episode of Raw, actually. Raw with like a bigger budget. There were too many freaking ads. Matches not getting enough time. Nothing really got the chance to build into something special. And it honestly, bro, at some point it felt like the matches were interrupting the ads. Oh my god, ruined my watching experience for a really long time. And also, stop trying to force this WrestleMania moment thing. Oh my god. But yeah, night 2 was better, not perfect, but but better in comparison. More time, I guess. That's saying a lot. A lot of matches didn't have much time, but you know what? Considering all things, there were more moments that actually felt like they mattered. And again, just proving my point of night 1 feeling like the pre-show of night 2. But overall, it kind of sucked completely. There were highlights, but as a full show, it never really came together the way that it was supposed to. And, night 1 dragged down. Night 2 tried to recover it. But, I don't know. What you're left with is something that looks massive, but it doesn't really have any substance. It just doesn't really fully feel like it. So, yeah, I'm still gonna watch I'm gonna watch AEW Double or Nothing. The real WrestleMania. Oh, yes, sir. AEW Dynamite, that is where the best wrestle. AEW Dynamite has won me over, especially since 2024 going into 2025, 2026. They're doing some great work. And if you watch wrestling for the wrestling and what happens in ring, shit, give AEW a try. Fuck it, you might find something that you enjoy. But yeah, this one WrestleMania, it was not the one, and it just didn't hit the way it was supposed to. And yeah, if you want to come in the comments and be like, oh, alright, bro, get out of your mom's basement, go outside, touch some grass, touch some titties, like I do all the time, and yeah, there's life outside of wrestling. But yeah, if you're a super wrestling nerd and you like wrestling, yeah, also I have WWE 2K25 playing as a visual hook so that you guys' attention span. Yeah, I know how you guys are with the attention span. Let's not kid each other. But also, like, you're just meant to listen to me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this wrestling match whatever wrestling match I'm gonna have playing. But yeah, subscribe, come for more. This is MandiMania. Watch my other channels if you feel like it. I have a gaming channel called Mandi Scissorhands. I have a music commentary / music platform called The Mandi Show. Go check that out as well if you would like to. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it if you did. And I'll see you on the next one.
That's why we do what we do. Ah!